Hey guys, so you're probably wondering what I meant by not needing the best armor in the game to succeed in the Catacombs update. Now, don't get me wrong, eventually you will need it, but I will get into that later. So, the Catacombs update introduces a new gear type called Dungeon Gear, and there are two ways to get this. One is by getting it as a drop from the dungeon. Two is from upgrading your gear via essence crafting into a piece of dungeon gear. Now, what does this mean? So, at first, there's a skill which every time you clear a dungeon, you get XP for the Catacombs. And you can level up this, I guess it's called a skill at least. And every level gives you bonus stats in the dungeon, which is really helpful. So, every piece of dungeon gear will be increased stats. This does not affect normal Skyblock gear like Superior. However, you are able to upgrade your Superior into dungeon gear. But that is a really tedious and long process. It will take you a long time to do it, hundreds of hours probably, easily to do that. However, there's a different thing you can do. So there is floor loot. The floor loot is significantly cheaper to 5-star than our current Skyblock gear because a lot of it is undead gear, and the Catacombs drops mostly undead pieces. So you're either able to find a good piece of gear and use it, or you can salvage it, get more undead essence so you can upgrade your gear. One of the cheaper pieces of gear we can use would definitely be like any kind of undead pieces of gear, like the Revenant armor, the Rip Mask. As you see in my inventory, which we'll be going over in a sec. Rip Mask will probably be a key piece of gear in the dungeons until we hit super late game dungeons. This is because it gives 2 times all healing and additional Reaper-sized zombies. Also gives some good HP and int. And so that's boosted by Catacombs buff and the star buff, which I have not gotten into yet. Via essence crafting, you're able to convert gear into dungeon gear and star it up. What is a star? A star is a 10% stat boost per star. You can have up to 5 stars per piece of gear. Now, you think, wow, that's kind of cool. You can easily get up to 100% boost just from Catacombs level and that star boost. Definitely can go even higher if the Catacombs thing goes to level 50, but I didn't level my Catacombs level to level 25 because it takes too long. But what does that mean? So you're able to get dungeon loot and upgrade it. Now the price for compared to upgrading a blue dungeon drop compared to like a superior chestplate is huge. This takes 1,000 dragon essence, while a rotten chestplate takes like 15, for example, to upgrade once. It will easily take less than like 200, maybe a little bit more than that, to upgrade to a 5-star. And then that piece is getting a 50% stat boost, which, if it has the right stats on it, could outperform a superior piece if it has the right reforges and stats, which is kind of big. Since right now, our current gear is good, but it won't last in the dungeons, which is, I think, good. However, that does not mean you do not need superior. Later on, once you've grinded dungeons a lot, you'll have enough essence to 5-star your superior. How long that's going to take, I cannot tell you. That is way, like, super long, super far time from now. That's why I want the update to come as soon as possible. We'll start the grind, because it is such a massive grind. Like, I can't even, like, wrap my head around it. But I think being able to upgrade the dungeon gear, that's easy drop. Anyone can get it. You can literally get it if you're like in protect armor. As long as you're able to kill some mobs, get some pieces. Maybe just ask your teammates if you're even in a strong part. Be like, hey, can you guys, if you have this, can you give me this piece? People aren't gonna like care giving you like a piece of gear that's like 5 undead essence, since people have lots of it. So it's easily attainable armor. You can definitely get like a bunch of undead essence for yourself to upgrade the gear, and then you'll be super useful for your party. The only thing I really suggest is getting a Reaper Mask, since that will carry you if you're able to upgrade it. Just because the stats are good, as high base stats, probably better than most of the current dungeon drops. There's definitely going to be some good stuff you can get to upgrade too, so keep that in mind when you're going through. And they might change the cost of the Reaper Mask upgrade, where it's, you know, not cheap anymore, so it's still only alpha, so, you know, things are definitely meant to change, but it's gonna be fun. And I think you guys, like a lot of low gear players, are gonna be very happy, since they'll be able to semi compete Now, there's going to be a difference, like, people's pets and stuff, and their stats are going to make a huge difference. But people who don't have superior and stuff are going to, I think, feel quite content with the first set of floors, because they'll be able to get the same stuff all the endgame players have and kind of compete with them. Or not just, insta-die, because they're in, like, Protector, and while all, like, the strong people are wearing whatever the heck, gear they get that's insane and 5-starred already. Because these low gear players will be able to 5-star the gear as well, because it's affordable if you're going the dungeon drop route. I can't wait for Dungeons to release. I hope you guys are really excited for it too. There should be lots of stuff to do when the update comes live, and I honestly can't wait. I hope it comes really soon, but it could be a few weeks from now, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, if you guys made it all the way through, thank you guys, and maybe leave a sub and a like if you enjoyed. Sorry for the rant type videos. Tomorrow, hopefully we get another good video, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!